Let us look at the question number 6, ZigZag conversion. What is ZigZag conversion? If we use the line to explain it, it's more easy. ZigZag is this one. So you have input 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you have 3 rows. So it's 1, 0, 1, 2. This is 3 rows. So this way. So this is 3, 4. Then we're going down. 5, 6. We go up. 7, 8. Going down. 9, 10. So this way. So the input give you a string. You will reorg this one by ZigZag and return. First line is 0, 4, 8, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 2, 6, 10. This is the return value. So this is 8, 9, 10. So reorg by this way and return new string, combine the 3 rows. So we will talk about 2 algorithms. The first algorithm is very easy to understand, but the performance is just average. So you see, we just go through from the beginning, from the string beginning, go to end. And then we have 3 lines. So we just give this line the value. So first we put 0 in the first line, 1 in the second line, 2 in the third line. When we reach the 2, so we know the next we will put in this one. And then next we'll put in this line. When we reach the top row, we know the next will go to the second row, 5 here. So let us write the code to implement this algorithm. First, if they give the number rows is 1, so they give the limitation is could be the 1, right? So in this case, we just return. We do not need to process it. Then let me. Okay. It's not good format. Okay. And if number rows is 1, we just return the input string. And then we set up we use the string buffer to save each row's data. So the number rows. Then we initialize this buffer. So it's rows new string buffer. The reason is the string buffer. Your string buffer speed is better than you just is better than string compile. Okay, so then we defined how we put those thing into the buffer. We have a direction. So 0, because in the beginning we're going down, 0 is down and 1 is up. And then we defined row index. First one is 0, right, from the first row. So we go each chart from the string. Okay. So first we put append 8. We build this row, and then if we going down, right, we next one will be the next row. Okay, if we already reach the end, so if the R index already be the end one, so it's R index is equal to the row, the number of rows. So we need to change the direction, and row index will change it because we already, so when going to this, before they go into here, we already reached the last row. We need to go back to one row, but here we already going down one row. This is out of the boundary, so we need to go back 2. And else direction is up. So first is up, right? So we going back one row. If we already got the first line, right? And so they will out of boundary. We will do the same thing, and no, directly let us go to the row 1. Okay, so finally we needed to build a return string, right? And string buffer rows. We go through each line, each row, and we build it. Append this one to the final string buffer, and return it. So let us check. Okay, typo. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Let us check the code. Yeah. And submit it to LeetCode system. Okay. The performance is not too bad. Okay. Let us use the different algorithm to do again. This algorithm have more performance than this one, but this one is clear. Okay. let us to still use this example to show how we can directly calculate the final string. So here we set the row number is 3. So you see 0, 1, 2. Okay, so you find from 0 to 4 is this is first one. They will plus 4 and plus 4. Here is plus 4, is plus 4. So we need to find the relationship if we give the rows and how to we directly find the next position. So let us to use row 4. If we have row 4, so it's 0, 1, 2, 3. Right, go up. It's 4, 5, 6. Okay, so if we have row 4, this one will be the 6. We have row 3, and we have this jump is 4. Okay, if we have row 5, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, go 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, if we have 5 row, will be the 8. Okay, so you see, every time when this one increase 1, here will increase 2. Row of the number minus 1 and times 2 will be the step, right? So we know how to calculate this step. Then we will know here we are going down, right? So this is a 9, 10, 11, 12. So we know from this to here is plus 8. The last row is also is a plus 8. How about those rows? We find that for those rows, we still have the plus 8. But before this plus 8, we have some middle one, right? And then we need to find how can calculate this middle one. Then we find the interesting is this is row 1. The middle one is this position plus minus 2, right? This is row 2. This position is this value minus 4. This one will be minus 6. So this is the row 3. So we know how to calculate from this one to this one. It is row number times 2. Okay, so this is we know the relationship between here. But how we know from the beginning position to this position? So beginning position to here is minus 6. What is 6? 6 is this gap minus the row number times 2. So we know for the middle rows, not the top and the bottom, the middle rows. So we know the odd position is here, the even position is this is index plus, this is index plus gap. Okay, let us write the algorithm to implement it. So this is we from the mathematics to find the relationship between them. Okay, let us remove the first algorithm. So still the same thing. If number rows is 1, return this one. And then we can build the final result directly. So new channel. Okay, here is so then we directly calculate the each rows number. So we use the y is the row number. Okay, so if this is a top row, right? Top row have a special one. So we let the index equal to this one. So every time it will be the less than the total. So we can define the total will be the straight lines. Actually, it's better to define here. So we can save this call. And the index we also need to calculate the gap. Gap that we defined is row number rows minus 1 and times 2. So every time index will be how we find this letter from the string. So this one will gap. So because we build the final string line by line, so we also need a index for that one. So char it, right? So we build the final return string row by row. So because you see the first row we directly know its index is 6. We know the gap is 6. The reason is that we know the number of row is 4. So here we build the top row, and then else if number rows minus 1 if it's the last one. Same thing, right? Same thing, because we build the last one. Then the complicated is how to build the middle rows. So actually here we have two status. This status we calculate the middle one, and the next status we directly from this value to get the next value, right? So in the beginning, actually we should to run in the one run to get the two number. So first index will be his raw number, right? And in any situation, index will be the less than the total. So we will do this. We set up this is a 0. 0 is means middle value. If 1 is gap value, right? So if status is 0, so index will be the raw numbers. So in the beginning is if it's 0, right? It will be plus in this way. This value. What is that value? This is gap minus raw times 2. gap minus row times 2, right? And the status will become the 1. So if when we do the next one, what happened is the index will y2. So okay, this is something wrong here. Should be this way. Hold on. Should be hold on. Will be the gap. Yeah, this way. Gap is okay. So we directly build this one, and then we return new string. This one. Okay, try the code, work, and submit. So this one is a little better than the first algorithm, but not too much. Right? Yeah. Sometimes is LeetCode have some thing like run slow. If we try one more, yeah. But we can prove the second algorithm is hard to read, but has a little performance improve. Thanks you for the watching.